Again, welcome to the Introduction to Data Science course. In these lectures, I'm going to discuss about the final project requirements. I have few students asking questions about the project. Again, in the project, we have two steps. The first step is already due, which is to find a data. You should find a data which you are going to use for your project. And this project is a hands-on project. So as we said earlier, you can either use a wake-up program or you can use the R program, again, to analyze your data. So again, I'll go through the project here, the requirements. So our main objective of this lectures is to discuss about the final project requirements. And again, the final project, we are going to use the APA format. It's not required, but again, it's preferable, which is your paper you are going to write for the project should be. So what should be on the paper? Again, the paper will consist of what you did, what data you use, and what was your objective of the project, what you are trying to work on in the project, what algorithm you use. You may discuss a little bit about the machine learning algorithm, and also what was your outcome, and if any references, again, provide the references in the last page. Again, using APA format, so the last page of the paper, you should provide your references. Now, if you cannot find, again, a data set, I will assume if you want to already posted these slides in our classroom, so you can use any of these data sets here. So we have a data set about students' performances in exams, credit card fraud detection, market, and bank marketing, etc. So I'll go through each of the data sets. The first one, I skip the first one. So the objective for this, again, now things change. We are offering this class online. So it's very difficult to do a presentation online. So about the presentation, let's see how far we go. The last day of the class is May 13th. In case we're going to have a presentation, but if not, again, we're going to have our paper written. So these are some of the things we should analyze in our paper. Also, if we are doing presentation, if you want to use the PowerPoint slides, that's your option. So briefly review the problem. The problem is based on the data set that you, again, decided to use. Then share what machine learning algorithm you use. For example, you can visualize the result, either you are using a Waker or you are using R program. Also analyze the results. Any recommendations you have, and then further analysis, that's your option. And again, this is not a group project, so every member contribute and present. If this should be, again, in this section, I wrote the group numbers. If this should be in a group, again, by this project, we are doing it individually, so it's not a group project. So again, those are the things roughly, these are the few things we should clarify in our paper. Briefly, you don't have to be in detail, review the problem. The problem exists in your data set, what you want to find in the data set. Share the algorithm that you are using, whether with a Waker or R. The classification algorithm cross-story is up to you. Then after you visualize your result, you do your processing. We talk about the data science stacks or data mining process. First, we have to prepare our data. So You have to do a data preparation. Most secondary data online is already prepared. But again, we should follow the steps and do the data preparation. Then before you do the analysis, then you can visualize your results and also try to evaluate and also interpret your results. Then if any recommendation you give, if you think there's any further analysis, also you can give the recommendations and explain those things. So the data set that I have, again, if you get the PowerPoint slides, you click on the link, it will take you to the dataset site. This data set is in cargo.com, or if you like, just go to cargo.com. This is one of the common websites for most data scientists, data mining, pattern recognition. There are so many data and so many articles there. So cargo.com is a very, very useful website for data analysis professionals. So the first data set I'm giving you an example here is the heart disease data set. This database contains 76 attributes, which is the characteristics of the data. But all published experiments refer to using a subset of 14 of them. So in the process of data, maybe you do your data preparation, transformation of the data, the attributes were reduced to 14. So both transformation, normalization, or the term we use, data wrangling. So in particular, Cleveland database is only one that has been used by machine learning researchers to this date. So the gold field refers to the presence of heart disease in the patients. So it is integer value from 0, no presence, to 4. Experiment with the Cleveland database have concentrated on simply attempting to distinguish the presence from absence, whether a patient have a heart disease or it doesn't have it. This is a classification task or supervisory learning task. Again, you can go to the website. There's a description for the data set also you may go through. Then we also have the more customer segmentation data. Again, click on the link. This is also in the cargo.com. Here, I try to explain the data set. So this is something that we want to see in our paper. So the program statement, you want a more and want to understand the customers, like who can be easily converged. So targeting customers so that the sense can be given to marketing team and plan the strategy accordingly. So this is customer segmentation data. Then we have international football result from 1872 to 2018. Student performance in exams, bank marketing, credit card fraud detection. Again, this is also in cargo.com. IMDb rating predictions, breast cancer Wisconsin data set. And this data set is also in cargo.com. But if you go to UCI machine learning, if you Google UCI machine learning repository, it will take you there. You will see it right there also. Like the UCI have a very large database system also. So just Google UCI machine learning repository. So the goal of this data set is to study what characteristics allow people with breast cancer and those who have and those who don't have, or they have but it's not dangerous. So the goal is two things. Class distribution is whether the cancer is benign or malignant. So whether it's cancerous or non-cancerous. So we also have the IBM HR analytic employee attrition performance. We also have house sales in Kings County, USA dataset. And these are the research topics. You can choose any topic you want from here. Example, we have the impact of living standard on medical expenses in Vietnam. Again, you should have a data and use that data. And there was a data about this topic. So I'm going to end somewhere here. Again, if you have a question about the project, you should feel free to ask or send an email. One most important thing is I have the requirement for the paper somewhere between 5 to 8 pages. Let me see if I still have it. Okay, I have it right here. So the final paper, we should have somewhere between 5 to 10 pages of research paper, basically of what you did. You will explore in detail one of the data science or start learning approaches to research discussion in the course. We also need a relevant research articles, our literature review. We should have a minimum of 3 to 5. And if you go to the Pace University online library, especially the ProQuest database system, there are so many articles there. Again, in this project, first step, look for a data set. Based on that data set, you are going to formulate your research topic, your problem. And then data science problem, we need at least a minimum of 3 steps. Make sure you understand the data, set your plans and the objective, the problem you're trying to solve with this data. Then move on for your data preparation process. Then move on to your data analysis. Again, our textbook, we use the term data wrangling. It's the same as data preparation, both transformation and normalization of the data. From there, we do our data analysis tasks using any of the machine learning algorithm. From there, we interpret, evaluate our result, and also interpret it. Then you can give your recommendation. So those are the steps. Use Weka or R, that's fine. So next week, we are going to have a live lectures. I will be in the classroom. Again, I'm going to use the blackboard. And I will be in the classroom next week, Wednesday from 3:30 p.m. So if you have any question about the project, I will tell you to be present and bring your question. So again, I'm going to end somewhere here and wish everybody a good luck. Thank you.